Hey y'all, it's the Country Notary. Hope you're having a great day. Hope you had a great week in business as well. As always, please hit the like button, guys. Please subscribe to my channel. Help my channel grow. I wanted to give a recap to my month of June and give you guys an update on the status of my goal that I set at the end of May. My goal to acquire my first investment property by the end of June, how that went, as well as my attempt at wholesaling a property that I actually got under contract, the yellow house. If you hadn't already done so, go back and watch the video on the yellow house, and I'm going to give you guys an update on how that went after the seller and I came to an agreement, got under contract, and how it all turned out. So, first of all, what does investing in real estate have to do with being a mobile notary loan signing agent? You may be wondering. I thought I was checking out this video because I'm interested in the loan signing agent business, the mobile notary business. I've heard a lot about it, know some people that are into it, and trying to look into it, do some research on my own in the event that I become a notary public. Well, yes, you are in the right place. This is the right channel for that. I have basically branched out and started dabbling in real estate investing, to say the least. My notary business is still doing well. I actually just came from a signing, honestly. I just did a video earlier driving from the gas station. Just came from a signing Sunday evening at a property tax loan signing. So yes, the mobile notary business is still doing well. I actually had 3 signings earlier this week, and I'm thinking off the top of my head, and have 2 on the books for next week. So this channel still talks about mobile notary loan signing agent work, but along the way, based on market conditions and things going on with interest rates and refinances not being as numerous as they were within the last couple of years, I decided to test the waters and challenge myself to purchase or wholesale my first investment property. I set a goal at the end of May to accomplish that by the end of June. And I also set a goal, which was really an aggressive goal, and it almost worked out, to learn the wholesaling real estate business in a week, which I did, and get a house under contract. I didn't quite hit the get a house under contract in a week goal, but within 2 weeks of starting, and I'm thinking now off the top of my head, by June 10th, I met with the seller, did a walkthrough of her house, negotiated, talked with her, and basically got the house under contract with the intention of purchasing the house for myself. And if that didn't work out, if the funding didn't work out for that purchase, I would market the house to a list of cash buyers that I had networked with and become acquainted with, and or in the open market to sell our house basically at the highest to the highest offer. And we got the house under contract. As I mentioned, my daughter wrote the contract. We had several offers on that property. Sadly and unfortunately, I should say for her, the offers were not as good as she wanted. It weren't high enough. This particular homeowner still had a mortgage on her property, so she needed enough to pay off that mortgage as well as make a profit for herself. And that's understandable. As we went along through the process, after about the second or third offer, lowball offer, sadly she wasn't pleased with the offers. After talking to her parents, who are also landlords, and talking to her parents and regrouping, she decided to take the house back off the market, basically cancel the contract, and she and her parents would do some renovations and modifications to the house and maybe flip the house and sell it instead, put the rehab cost into it, the time and the labor into it, and sell the house instead. So my first contract did not, we didn't take it to completion, didn't sell that property. However, I did accomplish my goal of learning the wholesaling business basically from start to finish, including some bumps along the way. As this process unfolded and having to talk with the seller, going through the process of her changing her mind, canceling the contract, I actually learned quite a bit because it's always in success or failure, you still learn. I learned quite a bit in the process, and moving forward, it's great experience that's going to help me on my next project. Okay, on my next project. So June has ended. Now it's early July, and I did not accomplish my goal of obtaining a property in the month of July. However, that failed experience has led to another outstanding opportunity for me in my new ventures in real estate investing. And here's how that turned out. So I'm driving home one day from a signing, and again, this mobile notary loan signing agent business aligns very well with real estate investing. I mean, it basically goes hand in hand. We are on a daily basis closing loans, walking clients through real estate documents, notarizing documents for homeowners, for sellers, for buyers, various, miscellaneous real estate documents, deeds, etc., affidavits, and all of which are parts of the process of buying and selling a home, either with a real estate agent or off market, as I'm attempting to do with these for sale by owner opportunities. And as I meet and talk to more people, more buyers, more cash buyers, sellers, my daughter included, who's a real estate agent, she's also becoming an investor herself. We just realize how much knowledge we already have built up as a result of our work as a loan signing agent and mobile notary. So it just goes right hand in hand. And again, I'm a mobile notary. I'm out driving around all the time, and I come across vacant, abandoned houses on a daily basis, just driving, doing my normal loan signings, doing my normal general notary work in the community, just driving around, driving for dollars. So on one such occasion, end of June, maybe third week of June, while I still had mid-June, while I still had that house under contract, the yellow house, I'm driving home on my way to a spot to get something to eat, and I saw some signs back to back, every block, su vendi casa, and I may not be saying it correctly, but this particular person, whoever put the signs out, was selling homes. And actually every other sign said something to the effect of owner financed. Owner finance, Vende, I can't remember what it said, but anyway, owner finance. And I called the number, I actually texted him and asked that person, at the time didn't know who it was, if he would be interested in looking at the yellow house, assuming that this person bought properties, for sale by owner properties. Some of the signs also they said we buy houses. They said it in Spanish. So I Google translated it and assumed that he was a cash buyer in my area. So texted him, but asking, giving him a description of the yellow house, 3 bedrooms, 1 bath, 1,062 square feet, some of the other details of the house, and if he was interested, to text me back. And within a few minutes, the person texted me back and said, no, I'm not interested. Thank you. I said, okay, it was worth a shot. And then shortly after that, I got another text from the same number that basically said, I am getting out. It didn't say out of what. I assumed afterwards that he was saying I'm getting out of the business. I'm getting out. I have houses for sale myself. I said, oh, okay. I was kind of conflicted at that point. I didn't know whether that was, a good thing or a bad thing, or was he, maybe annoyed that I texted him about purchasing this house. And immediately afterwards, I received like 3 texts in a row with 4 houses, 3 houses, and see, there was 10 total, 4, 3, 7, and 3 additional houses, 3 bedrooms, 1 bath, the square footage, the year built, and the address, back to back to back to back to back, 10 different properties that this particular person, who I had never met, only had connected with through a text message, was selling all these properties. These were all, and so I replied back to the text and said, are you the owner of these properties? Are you selling these properties? The answer was yes. he basically said, make your best offer. Make your best offer. It's like, wow, this 10 house deal fell right into my lap. And at that point, I was, of course, very excited because in the real estate investing business, getting leads is, a big part of the game. Leads. This is an example of a hot lead, a motivated seller with 10 properties who was looking to sell his properties and basically told me to take a look at them, gave me the addresses, and get back to him with my best offer. So as you could imagine, I couldn't be more excited. I pulled into the restaurant parking lot, and while I was waiting for my food, fried oysters and fried rice, by the way, shrimp fried rice, can't beat it. While I was waiting for my food, I did some research on the first couple of properties, looked at them in, PropStream, which is one of the apps I use to assess property values, comps, things of that nature. Looked at some of the details on the first couple of houses, and they all looked like something that was in reasonable range, reasonable scope of the type of houses that these cash buyers are looking for. So through my experiences with the yellow house that fell out of contract a few days later, I had come across several cash buyers that had given me some feedback on the yellow house, some feedback on the types of houses that they normally buy, their criteria, they call it their buy box. And all of these houses look like the types of houses that these particular types of buyers would be interested in. So I just happened to, because of driving home from a signing and taking the initiative, texting this random person about a house that I had under contract, hoping that they would be interested in looking at the house and making an offer on the yellow house. I then received 10 additional leads on properties that I'm going to give you guys a little summary of how that turned out. So over the next couple of days, I texted back and forth with the seller. He put me in touch with his property manager, his administrative assistant, and over the next week, which now we're again about the last week of third week of June, we're communicating back and forth about these properties. Sorry, I have a couple of things going on. We're communicating back and forth about these properties. So he's basically giving me permission to go by, take a look at the properties, walk through the properties, take my assessment, give my assessment of the properties, and get back to him with offers, and which is great. Now, sadly, as I mentioned, a few days later, my deal with the yellow house fell through. However, one good thing led to another. The yellow house was under contract. I had pretty much learned the process of how to wholesale a property, connected with several cash buyers through Facebook groups, and a couple of folks that had, I won't say I never met any of these people in person, but had connected with through various other people or contractors that I knew. So I had a couple of cash buyers that I had communicated with on a more direct basis, as well as a mentor who had been helping me understand the process. And so I received a lot of great input, a lot of good information. Now I have these 10 properties that I am in a position to wholesale and potentially make, substantial amount of money with. So it's very exciting. So I didn't hit my goal, guys. I didn't hit my goal of obtaining a property by the end of June. I wasn't successful in wholesaling that first property. However, just to kind of wrap it up and summarize things, I feel very grateful and very blessed that I decided to venture off into real estate investing, and literally haven't spent any money. I haven't spent any money on marketing. Haven't, except for driving around, burning gas, of course. Haven't done any cold calling. All of my investment literally has been driving around, like I said, using gas money, time on the phone with contractors, potential cash buyers, potential sellers, as well as walking through properties, taking pictures, making notes, keeping my notes updated. So time investment, researching, reading, watching several videos, podcasts, reading articles, read a couple of books, as well, to get my mind set right and understand, the process and the venture that I was about to step into. And 1 month later, I am that much closer to my goal. I am both feet in, very vested in this opportunity to obtain a rental property or more, and or make profits by introducing this seller to the cash buyers that I've networked with, from simply putting the time in and learning the process. And I'm going to stop there because I have an announcement, and have an announcement. June is over, but I have an announcement that hopefully will be as special to you as it is to me, and I'm going to save that for my next video. So guys, if you're out there and your notary business is slowing down a little bit, you're not getting as many signings because interest rates are up, refinances are not as active as they were in the last couple of years, your business is kind of slowing down a little bit, don't lose hope, don't lose faith. Think about areas in the market, and I'm talking about the real estate industry. Think about areas in your market, in your particular area, where you can still make money and capitalize on things, even though we're in somewhat of a recessionary or inflationary economy. Think of ways you can use your knowledge and skills that you've acquired as a mobile notary loan signing agent and apply those skills in other areas of the real estate industry or document industry, mortgage industry, loan prepping, loan packaging, loan signing, loan funding. There's so many different parts of the business that our skills can transfer to. So think about that and stay tuned as I keep making videos in this topic, because the things that I just talked about, loan packaging, loan processing, loan funding, are also parts of the business that I've actually come across that I've been offered affiliate opportunities with, that I'm going to talk to you guys about as soon as I get through the training and find out more details. Those things have been on the burner for a few months now, and a couple of them are coming to fruition. Patience, perseverance, being consistent and professional in your communications, guys. Like I said, being persistent is really a big part of it. And by doing so, you can take your mobile notary loan signing agent business to new areas, to new places that you hadn't maybe normally thought of, and places in the real estate industry where you can still make money, actually make far more money, way more profitable than simply signing loans. And I say simply because loan signing does pay well. It actually has paid quite a bit for myself over the last 18 months or so, maybe yourself included. But we're talking about opportunities in the real estate investing industry that pay thousands of dollars compared to the hundreds of dollars that we may have made as a loan signing agent and a mobile notary. Okay, so I'm going to cut it off here. Thanks for watching. Like I said, please stay tuned. I'm going to drop a couple of more videos and give you guys an update on this 10 house deal and where it stands and where it's leading. And again, hopefully this information has helped you, something that I've said that's helped you and inspired you to get started yourself. If so, drop a comment in the comment section. Ask me a question, guys. I'd be happy to dialogue with you, as I always do when people contact me. I'll get back to you through email very quickly as possible. And if you need any help, coaching, hand-holding, mentoring along the way, drop me an email and I'll be happy to get back with you guys and help get you started as well. Okay, I've talked too long as always. I'll be back to you guys soon. It's the Country Notary. Have a great day.